Probably not enough to kill her off completely. It means you have to be a little bit more aware when you use your spells, just because obviously the mana cost now, an extra 50 mana, that's nothing to turn your nose up at. Lycan didn't get changed at all. Kind of the same with Grimstroke. Let's take a look. Pango. No changes there. Willow, nothing to change. No changes to report. Enchantress the same. Tide, yeah, no. So, looking at it,
10 seconds to go.
No one from this lineup really got
5 seconds.
Shifted through the meta. Wraith King got a little bit of a vampiric aura reduction. Not a major one though. 2 each level. Yeah, that's worth keeping an eye on just to see how popular he's going to be, because I think it still comes from the push potential of the skeletons. If your team can delay and 4v5 on another lane, Wraith King can take towers pretty quickly. Pretty darn quickly with those skeletons. So, Empire Hope, yeah, Pangolier, Witch Doctor, Lycan, Grimstroke. It is a little bit more fighty though. The Lycan does have... He's a powerhouse when it comes to pushing. Okay, Gyrocopter, yeah, decent way to try and clear through units. With the flat cannon as well as the rocket barrage. Didn't get a change in the latest patch either. But if Lycan can hit these timings, you know, the Necro Books, the Helm of the Dominators, those kind of items, Empire Hope might just go still for the quick finish. It's been slowed down a little bit, obviously with the gold gain being nerfed. But still, once he gets his items up, not deathballing, but particularly around the Necro timings, Empire Hope could look to push. Meanwhile, Khan, I kind of like it. It's until BKBs start coming out, until that Magic Community is there. You do have the Tide Hunter that can impact fights, obviously Enchantress as well. Well, it'd be interesting because there is a decent balance, I think, of right-click damage as well as spell damage. Not completely magical, obviously, because the Witch Doctor, the Death Ward, is a physical damage source. But there is a balance there, yeah. Empire Hope banning out the Death Prophet, actually. Wanted to make sure there's no counter push on the side of Khan. But yeah, Enchantress, this is going to be interesting to see how she does here, because it's... With the shift that the Untouchable is now the ultimate, it means that she's a lot more vulnerable up until level 6, and all the... Level 6 doesn't guarantee that you're going to take Untouchable as well. Dark Willow, Titan Hunter, there's a lot of control there. Obviously the Enchantress with the Enchant Slow, Gyrocopter with the Homing Missile, though that does require a little bit of a setup, because it can be taken care of if it's the only real target Team Empire Hope have.
Radiant's pick. Dire's pick.
Queen of Pain.
Yeah, Queen of Pain. Good burst damage again. With the Sonic Wave, Scream of Pain, it helps deal with any amassing units. Empire Hope might set up its quick burst to take down heroes like the Witch Doctor, the Grimstroke as well, that do more
10 seconds to go.
the longer they live in the fights. Things like the Inkswell is good, but then you've got... Oh, GK.
Team's all set. Let's see what they can do.
Sorry, the Stroke of Fate's good, but then you have things like the Inkswell, the Soulbind, that if you can instantly take out a Grimstroke, or the Witch Doctor with the Maledict, the Casks, the Death Wards, you know, even the heals, if you can take those two heroes out quickly, you take a lot of utility out from the side of Team Empire Hope. So Queen of Pain, it's a good pickup in the sense that if she can get in, get quick kills, get herself back out, not even necessarily getting back out, but just reposition herself with the blink, just kind of skirt around the edge of the fight, looking to find these pickoffs, find these squishier heroes. You know, it's a good pickup in Dragon Knight again. Dragon Form, good tanky hero. The damage is a little bit... It's, I don't want to say weak, but it's not as... what's the best term for this? It's more damage over time and kind of dealing with Khan. Obviously the damage reduction from the Breathe Fire. The splash from the Dragon Form as well. He's a lot harder to burst down, so it's a lot more utility than it is pure outright damage here on the Dragon Knight. So it will be interesting to see how they use these here. Obviously, Lycan Tadake is going to be playing that. We've got Mastery in the off lane on the Pangolier, Lightless on the mid Dragon Knight, James on the Witch Doctor, and Eknot on the Grimstroke. Meanwhile, on the side of Khan, Arrow will be playing the Queen of Pain, Naive on the Jarracopter. We've got Yamich on the Dark Willow, Cheshire Cat on the Tidehunter, and Tukalis playing that Enchantress. Looks like it is going to be that Pos 5 Enchantress. Okay. So, we are going to get ourselves into game 1 between Empire, Hope, and Khan. And can they do it? We'll have to wait and see.
Better get ready.
I apologise, bad puns are part of my cast. It's just something that you'll have to learn to deal with, I guess. As Pangolier coming down to the bottom, he does have the Observer Ward. Does the Dragon Knight have the Observer Ward in mid as well? He does. So safe lane isn't actually going to be taking any observers. In fact, Tadake, what's he gone for? Gone straight for the headdress.
I don't know what I was expecting.
Take a look at the items, shall we?
Don't be mad.
So Yamich has gone straight for the Sage's Mask. Okay. Headdress on Tadake, which has started to drop off. Eknot's gone, well, Basirang on both supports. So that mana regen being seen as important.
30 seconds to showtime.
Cheshire Cat, he's come up. So there is 3 heroes. Queen of Pain isn't too close, so yeah, let's call it 3 heroes around this rune. And no one really, because Lycan's playing it safe. He's going scouting with the Wolves. Is he gonna... The Wolves won't get there in time to deny. Might actually get in time to deny this one. The ping... Ping's coming out. Lycan
And they're off.
might actually go for it. Wolves are running away. They're just seeing it. And Cheshire Cat swims away from that, picking that one up. So it is going to be the 2 for 2 trade, but not in the usual... no, kind of in the usual, because you do see both these runes usually picked up by the Radiant. Both these runes... This one in the river picked up by the Dire. However, the body blocks are going to start on the creeps because obviously creeps don't aggro on the first wave. So we've got Eknot blocking. Naive is going to come in and do a little bit of Rasta Mastery, but Mastery was just to do blocks just in case any escape forward. So underneath the tier 1 tower, it's going to be a lot harder for Naive to last hit. As Eknot starting to make... Yeah, it's going to go TP up to the top lane. Let's see how that TP is going to go though, because there is going to be 3 heroes on the top lane now. Tadake going to be taking a lot of damage here from Yamich as well. Tukalis will TP himself, but so playing that Pos 5 Enchantress. I'm very interested to see how this plays out. Enchantress actually gone for the enchant level 1, obviously the slow into the Lycan there. Eknot going to be slowed down here now as well. Going to be taking a lot of damage here from the Brambles. Has to eat his way through. Not going to be first blood, but going to be taking a whole load of damage down to about 70 health before that Tango was eaten. And Cheshire Cat actually gone for the gush. So that is what I'm surprised he didn't try and gush onto Eknot, but I suppose Yamich isn't close. Can't look for that complete kill just yet. There's Tukalis. Once he gets level 2, I assume it's going to be the impetus that comes up. Mid lane, again, Lightless. It's going to be a weird matchup because Lightless, there's a lot of burst damage coming out from Arrow, and if he gets his full set off, maybe you can take down Lightless, but the more points he gets into this Dragon Blood with the health regen, the more you have to be on point with every single spell. And DK is going to get level 3, so what's he going to put his point into here? More points into the Dragon Blood, which means it's going to be harder for Queen of Pain in this early lane stage to harass him down. Top lane. Oh, excuse me. Cameras all over the place. Yamich is taking a little bit of harass. is the Inkswell. He's going to go for the salve. Is Agnar going to come in and cancel this? Doesn't look like it. As bottom lane, Mastery does come forward, but James is getting pretty down low. In fact, this homing missile, is it going to be enough? Well, not with the heals, because actually gone for the Voodoo Restoration and not the Maledict at level 2 here on James. Maybe knowing that he's going to be harassed out a little bit harder than usual, or maybe just saving that point until he needed to put it into something. Top lane, Tadake going to have a little bit of a harder time, especially with the Gush comes out. Is it going to be the Brambles now as well? Willow holding that point again. Maybe he needs the burst damage from the Shadow Realm, but Tadake manoeuvring the maze of Brambles quite well here. Cheshire Cat, 2 points into the Anchor Smash, nothing into the Kraken Shell just yet. So not too bothered about harass, but bottom lane, once again, the chase is going to come out. Dekalis gets pretty darn low, and now the right-click start. There's going to be the impetus being picked up onto Mastery, doing a little bit of damage here, but Dekalis still pretty darn low. Now the salve comes out, and back to the top lane. Just to see, Cheshire Cat's not scared of coming underneath this tier 1 tower. Yamich, how's he looking? Surprised he's not looking at the pulls or anything like that. Did it actually go for the Shadow Realm and not the Cursed Crown? So maybe looking for a little bit more damage. Brambles are going to be dropped now. Agnar goes for the Inkswell, but I think they can get that Swan, and Cheshire Cat will pick up the first blood. Yamich gets a little bit of harass out from the Wolves. But in the end, the Wolves and Lycan both end up retreating back. No, Cheshire Cat. Well, the harass is there. Coming, but once he runs out of mangoes, this is going to slow down onto Tadake. And you've got to look then for Agnar to be throwing out these Inkswells, to be throwing out the Strokes of Fate. 2 points into that Stroke of Fate now as well. Well, the Brambles are actually going to hit onto Agnar. So Agnar just needs to back himself up just a little bit. But he is underneath the tier 1 tower, so he's not at that much risk, or he was underneath the tier 1 tower at least. Oh, both going for the pull. Mastery will get the kill onto Dekalis on the bottom lane, meanwhile. It looks like that was it for a rune? Maybe the bottom lane rune. It looks like Brambles are going to be coming out, and Agnar is in a sticky situation. As Cheshire Cat was able to claim that kill. So, good trade there. Even though it's on different lanes, I'm still going to call it a trade. 3 points, yeah, Dragon Blood being picked up here. An arrow. Well, the Breathe Fire comes out, so it is a 25% reduction in damage, but Arrow's not shy of getting up close and just throwing out these screams. Throwing out, it's got the 2 points into the Shadow Strike here now as well. But again, Lightless, he's going to trade. So Bottle and Lightless, he's just got the regen for the Dragon's Blood. Dekalis finds a kill on the bottom lane onto James, actually. A naive Mastery. He had that Maledict on him, but I think he kind of healed past the threshold. Mid lane. Grimstroke's coming in, but Arrow, well, it's only 1 point into the blink, is going to just blink straight away. As soon as that Dragon form comes out, doesn't want to risk getting Dragon Tailed. No points into the Dragon Tail, actually, but still. Oh, Yamich is close. Arrow's close, picks up that level 6 now as well, so the Sonic Wave is there, has the mana to throw the full combo if he wants to go into Lightless here now as well. Yamich maybe goes, there's going to be the Cursed Crown, Brambles can follow up, Dekalis came up the river now as well. There's going to be the Bramble Maze being dropped out, and Arrow, does he want to go for this? There's going to be the Shadow Strike now, Inkswell just to make sure no one comes in close onto either the Dragon Knight or the Grimstroke. An Arrow not wanting to throw the combination just yet. He's got himself a salve, just for safety reasons, but having the DD rune, salve gets cancelled, was pretty much on full health anyway. Meanwhile, the bottom lane, Naive's going to get pretty down low, will pop to the Maledict, it looks like, if not finished off first. Yeah, there we go. So Dekalis hanging around in the mid lane for way too long. Well, not way too long, but just showing himself there, and Mastery as well as James knew they had the opening here. Now Agnar, there is going to be a Gush as well as an Anchor Smash. Cheshire Cat comes out. Inkswell, if you're going to try and go for maybe the Ravage here, it is up if he wants to try and go for this kill, but he's going to be backed up here by the Dark Willow. Shadow Realm comes out. They should have the damage, and no TP. I suppose that's what Cheshire Cat was holding the Ravage for, just in case. He has the damage from the Anchor Smash as well as the Gush, and the minus armor that comes out from that, as well as the damage reduction from the Anchor Smash. which means he could have just held
tower could use a hand.
the Ravage, just in case the Grimstroke tries to TP out, though.
Dire's top tower's getting beat down.
Bottom lane, the Wolves are going to be coming in Tadake. They want to go into Naive. It's going to be any TPs down here. I think they're just going to leave Naive to his fate. Nicalis comes in to try and do what he can, but Naive will be picked up. Mastery gets pretty down low. The impetus is going to be another couple of seconds before that's back off cooldown. And now it looks like Nicalis, well, the Fawn will be a feast for the Wolves. And the Pangolins. Pangoliers? As Mastery was able to pick up that kill. Meanwhile, top lane, Cheshire Cat's getting pretty down low. It looks like actually Eknat will be able to finish this. Does he want to get himself close to this? The gush comes out. Eknat running himself away. Can he turn himself around? He won't be able to. The 4 points into the anchor smash and just enough mana to use it. Cheshire Cat was so low. But the stroke, it's just on such a long cooldown at 9 seconds in this engagement that he couldn't turn it around onto Tidehunter and look for that kill. So it looks like Empire Hope, yeah, they are still getting aggressive. Lycan does have himself the Helm of the Dominator. Meanwhile, mid lane, are they going to try and go into Lightless here now as well? Shadow Realm, comes out. This Arrow just blinks himself out.
The Dire might want to mine their top tower. There goes Radiant's bottom tower.
Tadake gets that bottom tier 1. He just kind of got left in the jungle for 2 or 3 minutes and was able to finish off this Helm of the Dominator, going towards the Necrobooks as well. He looks like he's got all the items apart from the recipe, and he's not too far off. If he gets left alone in the jungle like this again, he'll not be too far off finishing off that completed Necrobook. Meanwhile, mid lane, how's it going in the mid lane in terms of last hits? 43 to 55, so Lightless having a little bit of a better time. Net worth wise, it's about, what's that, 1,000 gold? 900 gold above.
You know the drill.
Yeah, Nucho, this is map 1. In terms of draft, I think if Empire Hope can keep up the tempo, I think they have the better draft. But if it comes to fights, though, Nicalis will be picked off here now. Again, it looks like Cask will bounce through. Ain't doesn't actually hit on anyone. Cooldown now as well. Looks like he's going to hit onto 2 or 3 heroes. Mastery will be the victim of that cooldown. Let me know again, guys, if there's any sound issues. If anything's too loud or too quiet, I will try and adjust them. But yeah, if the game goes full fighty mode, I think Khan have a good lineup. They just can't fall too far behind, or can't let Team Empire Hope control the entire tempo of the game. They've got to set their own tempo, play around it. Top lane, they find the kill onto Eknat. Because if they let Lycan free farm, which they are doing now, it's going to be a lot harder to slow the split pushes out. So, Rolling Thunder's going to come through. Arrow does have the blink up in, 5 seconds. So it looks like they're going to turn around onto Yamich and should have the damage. One more right click, Mastery will pick it up.
Radiant's mid tower's getting banged up.
But while this is going on, they get themselves a tier 1 tower. But this was what I'm talking about. While this is going on, Lycan has the Necrobook level 1 flying out to him. Cheshire Cat's being slowed down. Oh, not slowed down, he's slowing down the Dragon Knight. Okay, Tadake gets himself a Centaur. Yeah, this Necrobook. Cheshire Cat is coming down to defend. But 11.5 minutes in, this tier 2 tower is already down to nearly half health. In fact, pretty much half health. Ooh, Cheshire Cat, there's going to be the Cask as well as the Phantom Silence now as well. Death Ward comes out, and I think with the Maledict, is it going to be enough to pop him? Tidehunter is pretty tanky, but I think with the Centaur Stomp as well, to right clicks now, Cheshire Cat will be popped. James gets that kill. Naive, are they going to try and come on the back line? So it's going to be the Shadow Realm as well as the Cursed Crown. Tadake going to try and do what he can to just try and keep himself around on this. Takes a little bit of damage, but the Soulbind comes out onto 2 heroes now as well. Cooldown, nobody caught out in that. Everybody moving themselves around, and it looks like Dark Willow will be taking a whole load of damage here from the zoo of the Lycan, the Necrobucks, as well as the Wolves. Rolling Thunder as well. Naive being pushed back, and that is going to be another kill going the way of Empire Hope. TK, he gets the Dragon Tail onto the Queen of Pain. The Queen of Pain does have the blink away if he wants to go for it, and Arrow gets pretty low. So it just blinks into the river, but while this is going on, oh no. Cheshire Cat, you've got to be careful about where you're TPing into because there's still heroes around. And if you want to turn this, they might be able to turn it to just Cheshire Cat. Does take the damage there from the melee Necrobuck creep. Who stole the centaur? Who's got the Enchantress? Obviously. Oh, obviously. Forget about the Enchanter. So yeah, DK.
Dire's top tower's getting beat down.
He's... In fact, sorry. What level Swashbuckle for? So 78 per strike. On an 8-second cooldown. That's pretty big. In terms of just fighting up on heroes like the Enchantress, who is still only level 5, so no points into that untouchable just yet. Queen, gonna go try and go for the kill onto Eknar. Eknar is gonna be taken down low. There's gonna be the Inkswell coming through now as well. So the stun, the Sonic Wave is actually off the mark, and Eknar dodged back. And now Queen of Pain might be in a little bit of trouble. He find this kill, and Ducalis shows himself, but Mastery's close. Doesn't have a lot of mana. He's regen it up, waiting for it now as well. So he's gonna be able to get that Swashbuckle forwards. Lightless. He does have the Dragon Tail now as well, and again, Ducalis only level 5, so no untouchable. He tries to go for the heal, but Mastery, with the damage bomb of Swashbuckle, was able to get that kill. 7-13, a 5k net worth lead. There's going to be another Necrobuck available here. Once this fortification ends, I assume Lycan's going to pop it, maybe take this tier 2 tower bottom. But while that is active, he's just going to farm up a little bit more. Wait for the next creep wave and end up pushing in with that. In fact, creep wave, okay, no, no catapults just yet. But with the Wolves, with the Necrobucks, there should be enough to maybe take down this tier 2 tower. Naive has come in. He does have the flat cannon, but he's about 3 levels lower. And with everybody on the side of Empire Hope looking to do a little bit of pushing, Kana kind of split on the map. Where do the reply? Where are they going to push back against Empire Hope?
The Radiant lost the top tower.
As Ducalis at least looking to get this outpost back.
Radiant's top tower's hurt.
An Empire setting up for all 4 runes. How are they going to get them? Lycan the Bramble Maze, is he going to come out, but he's going to be able to get 2. Yep, this is going to be 3.
Radiant's top tower's taking hits.
So Eknar just ignoring this one in the river for now. He's going to go back for it, but it looks like maybe we get a fight on the bottom lane. 3 heroes stacking up. Grimstroke's going to TP in now as well. He actually left that rune. The TP's going to come through, though. It's going to be Arrow who can't finish the job. James is a little bit far forward. Light, though, so will get the kill onto Yamich. And now Rolling Thunder comes through. Oh, Naive is in a whole load of trouble. There's going to be a good Ravage onto 3 out of the 4 heroes. And now Death Ward, though, is going to come through. Cheshire Cat is going to be able to get himself away from this. The Phantom's going to be there. Now he's going to be silenced up. He's not going to be able to get himself out of this. And Lycan. Shapeshift was off, but he's still got the Necros for a good 40 seconds, which really does open up the tower. And a catapult there as well. Great timing here, as Lightless will take this advanced wave out. So DK, popping the DK form.
No breaking down the radiant structures like this.
Fortification is going to be there, so this is going to be able to deal with this creep wave as well as the Necros or the catapult as well. But Tadake is not shy of just farming up these Ancients, and Lightless can still push the tower out with that Dragon form. Even Witch Doctor doing a little bit of farming in the jungle here, going towards this Spirit Vessel. Or Mastery. Yamich is hiding himself in the trees. They take care of the vision. But they do see Cheshire Cat. Do they go for this? It's going to be the Rolling Thunder. It comes out now. Inkswell's there as well. It's going to be able to, just in time, to stun up. Tidehunter's going to be silenced now as well. Trying to get this Phantom off. And the Death Ward even being committed for this. Do they go any further? Because Yamich comes out with a silence on the Fear. cooldown. Naive is desperate to farm, but they just called GG. Cheshire Cat rage quits. I'm not going to call it a rage quit. Cheshire Cat, they call GG and quit out. Maybe thinking they can't outfight this. So 17 minutes in, and Empire Hope are going to take game number 1. So that is going to be the first game of the day. It is a best of 3 though, guys. So Khan maybe looking to get a better draft in the second game. I don't think they were out-drafted. I just think they were kind of outplayed. You know, they let Empire Hope dictate the tempo. They had a good start, but they didn't shut down the Lycan. They let him jungle for 2 or 3 minutes, get that Helm of the Dominator up, and then Empire Hope just carved up the map between themselves, started to farm the Radiant jungle, started to push tier 2 towers on both sides of the maps, you know, bottom and top lane, and it was really hard for Khan to kind of stabilize and respond to that. So that is going to be game number 1, but we're going to take a quick break and be back with game number 2 right after this.